Guys, before you get upset about this whole catcalling video and everything that's going on, just remember to take into consideration that a lot of us guys out here are assholes. Not all of us. A lot of guys got bad intentions. A lot of guys naturally just objectify women, disrespect them, and they want what they want. They don't care. So naturally, I'm at the point where it doesn't bother me. I understand why women, conduct themselves the way that they do. They have a lot to think about. They could contract a sexually transmitted disease. They could become pregnant. And they're so emotionally invested in their emotions, in a way that I don't think us guys will ever understand, that psychologically they subject themselves to a lot when they do decide to lower those defenses and let a man in if they are interested in men. So if you haven't seen the videos, I'm including some links in the description box below so you could take a look at that. It's a 2-minute video. It said that she was walking around New York City for 10 hours, so that's some heavy-duty editing. I mean, basically to me, they're really just reiterating something that I already knew, but they're just reiterating the fact that a lot of women go through this on a daily basis. I think for the most part, guys are harmless when it comes to this, but a lot of guys are not. And I think for the latter, thankfully, society has rules and laws put in place that do protect women, from guys that are just really messed up. Like the one guy that's walking with the girl for like over 5 minutes. I thought that would be like, yo, that is some whack stuff. That was whack. That was really whack. But what the heck is that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, whether you're male or female, I think if anybody that you don't know silently walking by you on the street for 5 minutes, you're like, yo, what? You're going to be like, yo, what's your deal? What is your problem? What can I do for you? What do you need? So guys, we really have to be considerate and mindful to the fact that ladies go through a lot of crap that we do not have to. But also on the flip side, I mean, ladies, men and women, of course, conduct themselves completely different, right? Sex is a priority. Sex is a priority. I mean, what am I trying to say? Sex is a priority for a lot of people, especially guys. Some guys, it's like that's all they want to do in life. Even after they've had sex for the first time, that's all they want to do is continue to have sex, and that's fantastic. I mean, sex is cool. I understand. But I've got other things on my agenda. That's not my first priority. Sex is fantastic, but it's not my first priority. You know what I mean? But for a lot of guys it is, and a lot of guys are thirsty. Now, this whole thirsty thing that didn't got hot over the last year or so, see, a lot of women don't understand. Those differences that I just described between the way that men and women conduct themselves, that's what affords you ladies to develop these egos that you do. Like when you get mad about men and you're venting and you're like, okay, well, why is it that men can't be faithful? Why do men cheat? I get offered, men come at me and hit on me all the time. I'm not cheating. Why is it so difficult for men? You just answered your own question, miss. If you've ever said that to yourself or to your girlfriends in life, you just answered your own question. You see, ladies, you get offered sexual opportunities pretty much every day of your lives. Once you've hit puberty and once you start resembling a woman, and guys start to, recognize you for, things that attract them, physically, sexually, you basically deal with that every day of your life. You get offered sexual opportunities every day of your life. That's why it's so easy for you to say no, because it's always there for you. That's why you can get into a huge argument with your man, your boyfriend, your husband. Maybe he's a little insecure at the time. Or maybe he's just one of those arrogant dudes that'll say something to you like, you'll never get another man like me. And you can easily respond, dude, if I want another guy, I could have another guy just like that. And you're absolutely right, because in our society, men give you so many opportunities that it's easy for you to say no. Okay? Men, on the other hand, do not receive those opportunities on a daily basis. I've received tons of, I've received compliments from women before. You're attractive, you're handsome, you're hot, you're sexy. I appreciate that. But I've never, I would never believe that I can go outside and snap my fingers and I can get a girl just like that. That is crazy. That does not happen to guys, ladies. That only happens to you. You can roll out of bed, throw on some sweatpants and slippers and a baggy shirt, and go to a 7-Eleven and go to a local Dwayne Reed, depending on where you are, or even a Come and Go. Okay, you can do that, and you can look like crap. You can feel crappy about yourself, and a guy will still roll up to you and be like, "Can I get your number?" If there's something about you that is attractive to that particular guy. Okay, you can do that. I can't walk outside looking like crap, and at least one or two girls will be like, "Hey, Pop, what's popping? Yo, let me see that. What's up? What's in those pants?" It does not work that way. Number one, women don't assert themselves that way when they find a man attractive. Okay, so it's two completely different things. Ladies, I hope I solved that mystery for you, okay? You can have opportunities with just about any guy, not all guys, but just about any guy at any given time. It's not like that for men, okay? That's just not the way the world works. But back to the video. They're just reiterating what a lot of women go through on a daily basis, and I understand why security is such a big deal for women. Now, it would be different if it's different for a lot of women, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's different for a lot of women, I think, if if this was taking place in maybe an enclosed area. Maybe within a huge building. Maybe it's at a party setting. Maybe it's in a work environment setting, an office space setting. That's different because that's enclosed. That provides you with a greater sense of security. Outside in public, like in the video where the girl's walking for 10 hours, there's danger outside. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem, for the most part, the way that, women conduct themselves in public. For the most part, even the women that do decide to respond, it doesn't mean that they're a hoe or they're going. A lot of times, the best ones I've seen, they'll respond, they'll say thank you. If a guy keeps going with it, what's up, can I get your number, this or that, they'll respond like, oh, no thanks, or no, I'm good, or I got a boyfriend, I got a husband, or I like girls. These are common things, and usually, guys will live with that. They'll be like, oh, okay, all right, have a nice day, or whatever. But, some guys won't, because a lot of guys out here are just assholes. They're really assholes, and they do really rotten things, and they really abuse situations they take advantage, and they abuse situations when it comes to, these women out here. So, guys, before you get too upset, just take that into consideration. For you asshole guys out here, if you're watching this, I'm not going to give you any hypothetically speaking things. What if it was your sister or your mother or your female friend? I'm not going to do that because that's make-believe. And if you're a real jerk, you're not that thoughtful anyway, so you're not even going to take it that far because that's make-believe right now. That's what if. Forget what if. Okay? I'm not going there with you right now. Okay? But guys, I understand. For the most part, we're cool. We don't have bad intentions. We might find a woman attractive, think she's hot, think she looks nice, want to verbally express that to them, without discomforting them. We don't mean no harm, but, hey, a lot of times, guys, we really don't have terrible intentions or bad intentions. We just like to establish some sort of connection. But a lot of guys want more, and what they want isn't necessarily good for that woman. So, that's their business. You got to respect it. I don't always like it. We're not always going to like it. We're not always going to understand it, because the only thing that's right for a woman, this is the point I'm at in life. For a lot of women, the only thing that is right is what their emotions are telling them is right. It doesn't matter if it's against the law. It doesn't matter. If it's right for that woman right now to slash that dude's tires and spray paint his garage door like that Cameron video, then that is what she is going to do. And she will feel completely justified in doing so, because that's the way that she feels, and that's what matters the most. So guys, just try to be more considerate and be mindful of this. Ladies, we love you. Don't worry about it. But all of us do not mean harm. All right? That's all.